always forget to loop it. I'm going to loop it right now. All right, we're actually live now. Welcome to this special announcement. I am Liz Isaacson, also known as Elena Johnson. And I think we're on Facebook now. I got 2 messages that said it was not connected to Facebook. I'm streaming to the Feel Good Fiction page, reader page, and the Feel Good Fiction reader community. And of course, it's going on YouTube as well on the Feel Good Fiction YouTube channel. So I had to reconnect those. So sorry I'm a minute or 2 late, but I appreciate everyone being here. I'm sitting in my basement because if you've been reading my newsletter, you know that I don't have any air conditioning, and I still don't. So I think the guys, they've got our fan or something like that, and they're going to try to fix it and get bit here tomorrow, but it's been quite the ordeal. So good morning, wherever you are. I know if you're overseas, it might not be morning for you. In the US and Canada, it's definitely morning still, even on the East Coast. So I'm glad you're here. I have actually prepared for you a little video that kind of explains a little bit about our project. And then I'm going to be talking a little bit more about it, answering any questions or anything like that that might come up during the video. So it's almost 6 minutes. And it's me. So I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to be able to comment and see all your comments. I see lots of good mornings coming in. So good morning to everybody. And I've been working on this project for about, I don't know, 9 or 10 months when I first started thinking about doing it and getting some things put together for it. So I'm going to go ahead and just play that video for you. it won't let me upload it. So I have to actually go to it and find it on my computer. And then we will be back and we can talk a little bit more and I can answer some questions or show you some things and we'll go from there. Hi, everyone. I'm Liz Isaacson. So excited to be here with you to talk about something amazing, launching this very day and running for the next 30 days to celebrate an 8th anniversary of Three Rivers Ranch. I can't believe that I wrote Second Chance Ranch, the first book in the Three Rivers Ranch romance series, 8 years ago. Can you believe that? 8 years. It feels like just yesterday that Squire Ackerman and Kelly Armstrong came to life on the pages of a book. And what I have for you is something amazing, a special 8th anniversary extended edition of the book. I've got one right here and I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show you some extended scenes and see how this book fits in with the other amazing family saga series in Three Rivers. Come with me and let's look inside the pages of the book. First, let's look at this amazing cover put together by my husband and featuring Squire and Kelly and his dog Benson. As you can see, this brand new extended edition is way thicker than the original version. I've added about 30,000 words, expanding the romance between Squire and Kelly, the family saga between Squire and his sister and his parents, as well as his first lieutenant who comes to the ranch. You'll also get to see some amazing scenes between Bear, Cactus, and Squire and the other cowboys at the Glover Ranch. Because that's one of the main points of this rewrite, is to tie this series to the Glover series and the Walker brothers, who aren't quite in town yet. So let's go in and I'll show you some of those scenes. So, as well as getting a brand new, exclusively designed cover with Squire and Kelly and his dog Benson in our Three Rivers logo, we also get to see extended scenes with Bear inside the book. Here's another scene with Bear, and he's loading some feed, and Squire is there talking to him about it. So we get to see all kinds of things like that. There's also expanded scenes between Squire and Kelly. I went through the book line by line, word by word, trying to decide what to add, what to take out, and what to enhance. There's also entirely new chapters like this chapter 17 with Peter Marshall. And here you can see we have a brand new chapter from Chelsea Ackerman. If you have read the series, you know that Pete and Chelsea are the hero and heroine in book 2. So we get to see more in-depth things going on at the ranch, why they're coming to the ranch, how this ranch is related to Shiloh Ridge. Let's talk about how you can get this book. For this 8th anniversary sale special expanded edition of Second Chance Ranch, you can get the ebook instantly delivered on the 8th anniversary of September 15th. This will have everything you want, all of the extra chapters, all of the extra scenes, all of the ties to the Glover family. It's the only place you can get this special extended edition for the 8th anniversary of Second Chance Ranch. You can obviously get this special 8th anniversary edition of Second Chance Ranch in paperback. This is a full 488 pages with a beautiful matte cover. These are going to be offered for $25 during the pre-order period with free shipping. You will be able to get them after the pre-order period, but you will have to pay for shipping on your own. These will be shipped starting September 15th, so you won't have it on September 15th. If you want to read Second Chance Ranch on September 15th, its 8th anniversary, the best thing to do is to get a paperback and an ebook together. That way, you can start reading instantly on September 15th, and you'll be able to get your special edition paperback in the mail a few days later. All paperbacks will come signed by Liz and hand-stamped with a brand new custom-made Three Rivers stamp.
You can order the ebook separately and the paperback separately, but the best deal is going to be ordering them together. When you do, you will also get this exclusive hand-drawn character swag. This is done from Melissa Alt19, and here you get to see Kelly and Finn, Squire, our Three Rivers stickers, and I have a special custom recipe card from the book. It will all be mailed out in a cute little mailer sample like this, your swag, and we will be celebrating the Second Chance Ranch 8th anniversary with this special extended edition for 30 days. After the 30 days are up, these products will be available, but the free shipping will not, the swag will not, and the prices will be higher. So pre-order today this 8th anniversary special extended edition of Second Chance Ranch.
All right. So that kind of sums it up for you. I went back into the book. I rewrote it. I didn't really rewrite it. I did. I expanded it. Like I said, I went line by line and I was like, what should I say here? Can I make this scene longer? Can I add another romance scene? Can I add the Glovers in? I've read most of the Three Rivers books over again, which is quite the feat. The Three Rivers Ranch books came out in 2015 and 2016. So 8 and 7 years ago, I've reread all the Seven Sons books. I've reread all the Shiloh Ridge books because I want to know how I can fit all three of those worlds together. So I did that and I worked on Second Chance Ranch for quite a long time. It took me about a month to go in and basically repiece it all together. I felt kind of like, putting together a monster that was already together and now it needed new stuff. But I'm really happy with it. I got new covers made. Like I said, my husband designed the covers. He's designed covers for all 17 volumes in Three Rivers. I am not 100% sure if I'm going to expand all 17 volumes. I would like to, but it's a lot of work and that takes away from writing other books. So I'm going to start with this one and I'm going to see how it goes and see if it's something that readers want and maybe they want some expanded editions or not. So I am hosting this sale. This pre-order sale starts today. It's August 15th. It runs through September 15th, which is delivery day. And all of it will be available on my website. So Sarah asked that. She said, will this be available on your website or Amazon? It's only available on my website. And so I put that link in the video. I can put it up again or just give you the clean link. I use that sort of smart URL to, it's just a shorter link. It's easier to go on social media and things like that. But that link will go to this page on my website where it explains a little bit more about the anniversary. That gives you all the details about the expanded 30,000 words. The 3 series in Three Rivers have had about 2.3 million copies sold. So millions of people have read and loved these books. Shiloh Ridge has been optioned by Sony Pictures, by Sony Affirm, which is their faith-based production studio of Sony. So I was really excited about that. Those of you who enjoy some of the faith elements in the books, those will not be removed should Sony be able to produce and sell the TV series. Of course, there's a writer strike right now. Actors are on strike. None of that is happening. But that's on that page. It kind of goes through. It's got links. It tells you about the free shipping. There's a brand new blurb that goes with it. And then I put right on that page for people who are not new to Liz. So probably those of you watching in the reader community, if you've read Second Chance Ranch, I put in a new scene that includes Bear Glover. And you'll see several of these. It's not the only one in the book, but there will be several of these throughout the book. And I don't think this is a spoiler. If you've read Second Chance Ranch, Squire wants to be a vet. And who do you know that's a vet in the Glover family? Oh, it's Cactus. Well, guess what? We get to see Cactus too. And in a much rawer state than we see him in Shiloh Ridge because the series take place about 10 years apart. So he's really just back in town after a lot of his devastating losses. but you'll get to read that scene right there on that page. And then down below at the very bottom of the page, if you are new to Liz or you want to see some of the other expansions, I put the first full 6 chapters on BookFunnel as a sample. So you can download that for free today and read it. And then there's 3 buttons there. There's 3 options for you. You can pre-order the ebook only, you can pre-order the paperback only, or you can pre-order a bundle with custom swag. Those are your 3 choices. So the ebook only is $8 and it will be delivered instantly on September 15th. You will get an email from BookFunnel when you pre-order it. So if you pre-order it today, you'll get an email from BookFunnel, and then you will get another email telling you that the book is out and ready for you to read. You can read that on the BookFunnel app, in your browser. You can send it to a Kindle app, a Nook app, a Kobo app, Apple. You can send it anywhere you would like to read it. So it's just like getting it on one of the retailers. BookFunnel is really good about distributing those where you want them. You can order a paperback. The paperbacks, I tried to explain very clearly, but I'm just going to say it again. The paperbacks will not be printed or shipped until September 15th. It's a POD system, that stands for print on demand, and I'm going to hold all the orders and upload them on September 15th, at which point they will be shipped out to you. I have several of the books right here with me. I have a stack of about 12. So I've got some that, I could ship them right now and get them out. But I'm going to hold them all until September 15th. Sign them, stamp them, and get them out to you with your swag. If you order a paperback ebook bundle, you get swag. If you just order a paperback, you're just going to get the paperback. I probably will throw in a cowboy because I can't help myself. But the swag is quite awesome. We've got some big round stickers from Three Rivers. We've got little ones. And I'm not really sure what people like better. Like, on my mugs, I've got my mountain life and stuff, and it's a big sticker. So I'm not sure if people like big stickers or small stickers. So I've got both of them here. And then, of course, we've got Kelly and Finn and Squire, who were both custom drawn by an amazing artist, Melissa at Alt 19. Her and her sister do a ton of illustrated covers for authors. And so these are amazing Squire and Kelly stickers. You can also use these as bookmarks. You don't have to use them as stickers. They're pretty big. So like if you look at the size of a book, I believe this is a 5.5 by 8.5. He's pretty tall. So you can use him as a bookmark. You don't have to use him as a sticker. He's fairly stiff, not totally like a bookmark, but that's okay. And then I have a custom drawn and designed recipe card that goes with a recipe in the book that you see Squire and Kelly enjoying together. In addition to that, I did not put this in the video because it's a digital download. You will get a digital download on September 15th if you order the bundle of the Three Rivers Ranch custom drawn map. So I had several maps drawn. In the Three Rivers world, I have 4 of them. I have one that is all of the ranches and shows the whole town. So we show Three Rivers up north. Seven Suns is kind of in the southeast, and Shiloh Ridge is even further south than that. And then the town. And then I have a map of each ranch. So I have one for Shiloh Ridge, I have one for Seven Suns, and I have one for Three Rivers. And if I write another ranch in Three Rivers, I'm going to have to get another map drawn. But if you look at the bundle page, which is linked to that page that I have put out, but I can put it here as well. You will get an instant download on September 15th of this custom drawn map. It will be digital file, so you will have to print it, and then you can print it. Some people like to color it. Some people like to maybe use it as like, put it on like a little card like this and use it as a bookmark. I've seen people do that. But there's a fabulous artist that I saw on Instagram, actually, and she owns a business called The Illustrated Page, and she draws a ton of fantasy maps, which if you read fantasy or science fiction, those kinds of maps and worlds are just really intricate. And I contacted her and said, how do you feel about drawing ranches for cowboys? Her name is Sarah Waits, and she did an amazing job on all of the Three Rivers maps that I had drawn. by her. This was way last year. And this, when I saw her and thought about what could I do with a map, that's when I started thinking about the 8th anniversary of Second Chance Ranch. So it's been quite a long time that I've kind of had this percolating in the back of my head. What could I do? What might readers like? Who can I bring onto the team to help me coordinate all of it to give you something that hopefully you would enjoy? So that's the special announcement from Liz is Three Rivers awesomeness going on. Excuse me. And I also kind of wanted to talk a little bit about this. We're in the thick of Coral Canyon right now. I tend to try not to work on more than one series at a time. Number one, there's too many names and too many people going on in my head. I can't keep them all straight. But I am already thinking about what comes next. I know what series is coming next. And so I've posted some covers in the group, but a lot of us in the reader community are new, or maybe you're watching this on YouTube or the Feel Good Fiction page and are not in the reader community. So I encourage you to come over to the reader community. That's where we get a lot of our news and polls and information kind of firsthand before other people. Newsletter is a good place to be also. But we're going back to Three Rivers starting on December 1st, actually. The book will not come out on Amazon until January, but it's going to be a Three Rivers second generation series. And I'm really excited about it. I have 9 covers already. And some of you who maybe been around a while know that Liz can't really contain herself to the covers she initially buys. When she's writing, she always realizes there's another story, sometimes more than one. But there's 9 initial books that I've kind of thought about, mapped out, and it's going to be second generation. We're going to start with Squire's son, Finn, because he's the oldest one in the Three Rivers town, and it makes the most sense to start with him. And I've kind of been toying with having him, his heroine, his love interest, the one, be somebody from that we've seen in Coral Canyon. My internet kind of keeps blipping. I hope that that you can still see me. Lynette says, yay. Thank you, Lynette. And Kathy says, love Coral Canyon. I do too. Georgia has a bookshop in Coral Canyon, and she hosts an event with an author named Edith. She's a children's book author who writes books about horses. This is in Gem. And Sunny goes, sorry, not Sunny. Yeah, I think maybe Sunny goes, or Sunny gets invited to go, but Chanel is in town. And I think that Chanel goes with Rosie, her daughter. And we see this Edith woman, and we find out that her illustrator has passed away. And so she's kind of sad about that. And I'm not sure if I put this in the book. I should have looked this up before the live. But you know what? It's live. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. It's all unscripted. In my head, when I was writing Edith, her illustrator also was her fiance, and he passed away. And I thought, you know who would be perfect for Edith is Finn Ackerman. So, and she lives in Three Rivers. I've already established that the author Edith lives in Three Rivers, kind of has her own little farm. And so I think I might do that. So we'll see. You never know. When I sit down to write it, then I'm like, oh, this isn't right. Kind of like Bryce. And I gave Bryce Bailey, and then I tried to give Bryce Cassie, and that didn't work. And I was like, Bryce needs somebody else. And so I finally found the right person for him, which sounds kind of weird, but that's just how it is. Thank you, Renee. I appreciate it. And I hope that it delivers for you on September 15th. Oh, I was saying paperbacks. I'm going to import the order. If there's more paperbacks than I have on hand, then I have to wait to get those and sign them and ship them out. It could be a week or up to 2 weeks after September 15th before you get it, but I aim for everybody to have their book by September 30th if you pre-order a paperback. Ebooks will be delivered instantly on the 15th. Swag will be mailed starting on the 18th. And I think I did that because the 15th is a Friday. So if it closes that day, I can take the weekend to package up all the swag and I can mail it out on the 18th. before I'm actually going to Florida that day for a big writers conference. So it will get mailed on that day. Lori, I said this, but her name is Sarah Waits at the Illustrated page. I found her on Instagram. I'm almost positive she has a website because I emailed her, and I'm pretty sure I found her email from her website, which I got on Instagram. But her name is Sarah Waits from the Illustrated page, and I did put that on the bundle page. That's listed there. But who did these amazing things? This collaboration of drawing. My husband did the cover. I didn't do the stickers or anything like that. That was Melissa. The map comes from Sarah, and I am the one who did the books. So I'm super excited about the project. I hope it will be something that you're excited about too, that you'll share with your friends. Maybe you'll get one for your family members. Be a great Christmas present. I'm just going to say that. Sarah says the Youngs are my favorite. Oh, yay, I'm glad. The Youngs are an interesting family. When I'm writing them, I'm like, they're just like the Glovers. And then I'm like, oh, no, they're different in a lot of ways because they're country music famous, right? By the way, Luke is fully out on Ream now. So if you're a subscriber on Ream, Luke is done. 43 chapters of Luke. It's very long. I know. I'm sorry. Some of you like long books. Some of you are like, I wish these were shorter. They're long. Luke is the last brother's book. And as I was writing it, I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to put their wedding and everything in this book because Bryce's book doesn't take place for 5 more years. Like, Luke and Sterling can't be engaged for 5 years. And I normally put, the wedding and all that extraneous stuff in the next book. Well, I couldn't do that. So it just got to be a little bit long. He also went out to ARC to the ARC team this week. So I'm excited to see what people think of Luke. He's an interesting guy, and Sterling kind of has her own set of issues as well. So I'm excited about that. Denise says, I just listened to all the Three Rivers Ranch on the channel on YouTube. Yay. And I'm excited for the new books of the kids. Me too. I am going to be doing a poll in the reader group, in the reader community on Facebook, that to ask you who you want. I know I'm going to start with Finn. I know Bear's oldest son is going to have a book. I know Jeremiah Walker's oldest son, his name is JJ. He's going to have a book. Those 3 I'm really confident of. I know because I'm going to go to all the ranches. I'm not sticking with one family. It's just a Three Rivers town, second generation, since they're all pretty interconnected. The Walker brothers started to connect a little bit, and then Shiloh Ridge is just really connects all the families. Like we see all the Glover Cowboys going to Squire's dad's funeral, those kinds of things. So they're quite connected by then. And I thought, I'm not going to do separate series for family. I'm going to do town series. And I'm not sure who else to include. Sometimes characters sort of come out at me as I'm writing. Ollie and Aurora are already married, but we'll probably see them. So they won't have their own book, but we'll probably see them a little bit. And of course, they'll be far older than Smiles, aka Stetson. His real name is Stetson. That's Bear's first son. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. We're going to have some timelines that Liz has to keep track of, which is difficult for me. And I've had to do a lot of that with the Ivory Peak series and the Hammond Brothers and the Coral Canyon series. It's just a lot of timeline stuff as I age kids, but then, these other books take place in the past, so those kids aren't that age yet. So I'm going to try to do it as chronologically as possible, basically. And I will be asking you for perhaps some of the kids that you would like to see get their own love story. So Laura says, excited. I love when the stories continue to the next generation and you get to see everyone's growth. Me too. And I have to say, I've only done the one second generation series. The Ivory Peak series is basically a second generation series for the Hammond brothers, which is Christmas at Whiskey Mountain Lodge in Coral Canyon. Kind of. It doesn't even take place in Coral Canyon because Gray Hammond lives in Colorado most of the time. And so I set that series there because the first book was his son. But then the next 3 books are not second generation books. So that series is not really a second generation. If you're thinking, wow, she knows what she's doing, she doesn't. I just really like Matt and Boone. I wanted them to have their own books. And then, of course, Travis, I wanted him to have a book. And then I went back to second generation with Mike, Hammond and Jane Hammond, who are not even from the same family. So they are, but different brothers. So I really want to try a true second generation series, Lori. So I'm excited about that. Sarah, no, Bryce and Bailey are not going to end up together. Spoiler alert. It just didn't work out. And about Jem, maybe even the end of Gabe, I was like, she is not for him. And he loves her and he'll always love her, right? Because they have OJ together and whatever, but they're on two completely different paths. And I really tried to show that a lot in Jem and even not even in Luke, but a little bit in Luke. And he's going to get his own heroine. He gets his own brand new fresh start heroine after he moves back to Coral Canyon. So that's going to be excited. Lynette, I'm very excited that you're excited. I will be releasing all Liz books on my website first from moving forward. All books are being released on my website first moving forward. First day of every month, you can expect a new book from me under one of my names. So this month, it's actually A Very Terrible Text by Donna Jeffries. I'm almost done with the book. I was hoping to be done today, but as I was mapping out these last few chapters, I added a couple and I can't write 6 chapters in one day. So it'll probably be tomorrow that I finish that book up. It goes to the proofreader. I have a hard proofreading deadline on Friday. So it'll go to the proofreader on Friday and it's releasing on September 1st on my website. On October 1st, you'll get The Waterfront Way by Elena Johnson. That finishes the Hilton Head series. November 1st, you'll get his 7th Stop. So if you're excited about Keith Wetstein, and I've had several emails and comments that people are excited about his 7th Stop, that's coming to my website on November 1st. It releases on Amazon on December 19th. So you have to wait about 7 weeks. Most of the books you'll wait between 5 to 7 weeks before you can get them on retailers, which is totally fine. I understand that buying from me is not for everybody, but I'm trying to make it as easy, as seamless, as painless as possible for you and as inexpensive and as enticing as possible. So the books are priced cheaper on my site and you get them sooner. So those are the ways that I'm trying to get you to come over to my site and purchase directly from me. Number one, it kind of tells me the enthusiasm level for the books. And it just helps me have less reliance on the retailers. I do have a page on my website that kind of explains that, why I'm doing it. And Amazon did tell me less than a month ago, and they did remove books from their platform because they said I'd broken the rules and they told me my account was terminated. So it is really scary when this is what you do for a living and your biggest retailer is like, we're going to remove all your books. So I'm really trying to be less reliant on retailers in general, but I'm also not leaving the retailers. So if you want to read on Nook, there's books for you. If you want to wait for Amazon, it'll be there. You don't need to worry about that. Sarah says, love reading Luke on Ream. Yay, I'm glad. I've got quite a few subscribers on Ream now, and you should follow on Ream. Following on Ream is free. And there are, I want to say, 3 or 4 chapters of Luke on Ream for followers right now. There's not very many, but there's some. I'm publishing a new chapter every week for followers of Luke. And I think I started that 2 or 3 weeks ago. So there's probably 3, maybe 4 coming up. So you can read a little bit of Luke while you're waiting for him to come out on September 5th. Camille says, I love all the families. I can't decide which is my favorite. I need to go refresh. I had to refresh too. That's why I was like, I have to read all these books over again. I have my cheat sheets. I have spreadsheets, but it's hard. I don't keep every detail and every conversation and every brother commentary on another brother in a spreadsheet. So I had to go reread them. And thank you for the wonderful Feel Good books. You're welcome. I'm super excited about that. Let's see. Just ordered the bundle. Thank you, Susan. I'm so excited. Kathy says you're a great author. Thank you so much. Oh, yes, the Cowboy Billionaires with Ames and Sophia. You see them a little bit in the Young Brothers series. Not a ton, but a little bit. I will say also that I have started dropping hints about another series for Liz, and it's actually in Gem. You see Gray Hammond go to meet with Wyatt Walker and his sons and his daughter. He's got 3 sons and a daughter, and they are purchasing a ranch. Dun, dun, dun. Like, I don't know if you picked that up, but if you read Gem, I think it was in Gem. No, it wasn't. It was in His Sick Sweetheart. It was in His Sick Sweetheart. It was in a book I just wrote. In His Sick Sweetheart, Gray meets with Wyatt Walker and his 3 oldest boys. He's got 3 boys and then a girl. And his oldest boy is a rodeo champion, or maybe his second boy, somebody. They buy a ranch called Bucking Bull Ranch, and they're going to be training rodeo animals there. And P.S. that's a series that's coming. I don't know when, because if I have 9 books in the 3 Rivers second generation series, that's a couple years of Liz books. She only releases, 4 books, 5 books a year. So anyway, can't wait to read about Keith. Thank you so much. Oh, I was going to put up just one more banner for you. I should have had this up this whole time. Oh, I should remove that comment. Let me see if I can figure out how to do that. Hide current comment. Oh no, that's the summer sampler. Don't go to the summer. I mean, you can go to the summer sampler too. That's totally fine. That's 5 free Elena books until the end of August. But this is your URL to go pre-order the bundle. Not the bundle. This is the front page of the special edition 8th anniversary extended edition of Second Chance Ranch in 3 Rivers. I'm going to stop. I don't really see any more questions. Let's see what else I've got. Oh, Denise says, I love purchasing on your website. Thank you, Denise. This is applause in sign language, right? My daughter just walked in. She just had a job interview, but she does ASL, so that's applause. Love reading Luke. He's finally getting it done. I know, right? It's been several years with him and Sterling. So I was super excited to write his love story. I appreciate you all being here with me for this long live. I'm going to put that video announcement that I recorded yesterday on the website so that you can watch it again. And again, I would love you to purchase from the site. Tell your friends and family about it. Maybe your sister, aunt, mother, grandmother who might like these series. This is the first book. They don't have to have read any other books to enjoy the special extended edition of Second Chance Ranch. So I hope that it'll be something that you can share with others. That's the goal of Feel Good Fiction, is to be able to share books with anybody from ages 8 to 80. I hope you have an amazing Tuesday and a fabulous week, the rest of the week, and I will see you next time.